So if you really want to up your game on FOC and heavy point weight, even with something like this, there's 122 grains, that's 142, and then you just add a 100 grain field point to it and you're at 242 grains up front with a 125 grain point. So screw this in like this and just add this to it. You have to have full threads that go all the way through. So you put that in there, tighten it down with a wrench, and then glue it in. Your FOC should be 19+% with that much weight up front. So that's how that works. So I've got a 145 grain field point here, 20 something grain aluminum insert, and a 100 grain field point screwed into the back of it. So that's 516 grains. I just did FOC. It's 22%, like 22.3%. So very lethal arrow system, high FOC, decent weight for penetration, extremely tough broadhead, BoneCracker. So I'm going to shoot these for accuracy and see what we get. So how I put this together is I screw the broadhead all the way down, then I'll screw the field point in the back as far as it will go, and then I give a little of this just to tighten it down against itself. That way this won't rattle loose. And then glue it back in there. Weed. Okay, this is a 515 grain arrow. It's a 2016, 19 inches long. It's got a 125 grain weighted insert, 145 grains up front. FOC is 22.3%. Getting a velocity reading and maybe do some other testing. Here we go. Shot it anyway. 247. Okay, it's not sighted in for this, but we're just looking for relative arrow impacts. Elevation's perfect, just about an inch and a half to the left. Alright, BoneCracker Broadhead 2016, 125 grain insert, 515 grains. Not sighted in, we're just going to compare it to the field where the field point hit. Totally acceptable. If you remember the first field point, the field point that was in the same arrow hit about an inch and a half left of the bullseye. So that's within 2 inches of the broadhead. So I just need to bring it right a little bit and sight it in for the broadhead, and that's acceptable. A 2-inch variance at 20 yards between a field point and a traditional broadhead is acceptable. Just sight in for your broadhead. Okay, we're going to sharpen it. Stainless steel is harder to get a super sharp edge on, but it's a very, very durable edge and will stay sharp through greater adversity than a carbon. Be kind of aggressive with it. Make sure you got a good sharp file. Sometimes cheaper files don't last very long. This is an 8-inch file. You don't want a real wide one because you need to put a lot of pressure on stainless steel. Okay. So your tip is good. Just drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1 Break your little coarse edge off, coarse burr off. It will relieve a refined, shorter, sharper, stronger cutting edge. You don't want anything. If you rake your finger across this and you feel it catching your finger, you haven't removed the coarse burr. Do it both directions. You'll feel it. Catching well on the thumbnail. Paper test, yep. There you go, paper test. Let's try the 2 liters. So this is my wood carpet, 2 liter target. Got a thick piece of carpet here, 3/8 inch plywood, 2 liters, 4 layers of plastic, and the same thing on the back. The goal is to punch all the way through this, get through both 2 liters, and then if it comes out the back, wonderful. If it doesn't, as long as it reaches this far board, I would consider that a success on penetration. This can mimic coming through a shoulder bone and exiting a shoulder bone, and it takes quite a bit of arrow to shoot through both, quite a bit of arrow weight and momentum to shoot through both shoulders and out the other side. But if I punch through this side, make it all the way through to this, that's satisfactory. If it comes all the way out, that's amazing. There you go. All right, 2016, 22.3% FOC, 125 grain insert, 145 grain point. All right, let's take a look. I hope it didn't bend my arrow. That broadhead is in there. I mean in there like a nail. You have to pull everything backwards. One of the reasons you use a 2016 over a 2117 is because of shaft pinch. If you go through a shoulder bone, you're going to have more pinch on the shaft. It doesn't matter as much maybe as through meat tissue, but bone tissue for sure. You'll get more shaft pinch on a thicker, wider shaft. All right, let's get this apart. BoneCracker. Cracks wood anyway. Pretty good too. But I'm pleased with it. For velocity and penetration. I like it.